Hi Virgos, how you guys doing again? All right, this is a Virgo read for mid-January, and I've already pulled some cards already, so take what relates to you, and if it doesn't, please leave it for somebody else. All right, so I have the Ten of Cups, the Three of Wands, Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords, Three of Swords, Eight of Wands, the World, Five of Cups, the Hermit, and the Justice card. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 card spread. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, Virgo, is there could have been a relationship that you had with someone that has had an extra few people in it. I'm seeing some threes. And normally when threes are in the spread, that means that there's always another player in the mix. But I'm hoping that wasn't the case. But if that is the case, hey, that you are finally making that decision on just letting it be. I know that it brought a lot of stress and mental anguish, but it also, I felt like, gave you a lot of clarity in your life. And allowed you to see things more clearly, even though it might have been something that you really wanted with that person. I have two stories actually for this reading. So that one is going to be more so about a relationship, and then I'll have another one. So this one, I have another perspective. So this one is more so just about not having any more communication with that person, not dealing with them anymore. There's been, all communication has been shut off. And you're kind of just at this point where you're allowing yourself to grieve. You're allowing yourself to see things clearly. Whether you had a divorce recently and you had to go to court for it, or you're fighting something of a legal battle, you're going to win it, and maybe you did, but it took a lot out of you. So that's something that, and now you're kind of like dwelling on, you know, kind of going through the emotions of it all, but you're accepting it at the end of the day. This was an ending to something, and now you're just like, yeah, it was my fairy tale. Yes, it was. I thought I was going to have the full Ten of Cups, the house, the money, the, you know, the kids, all of that stuff, but that's not what ended up happening. And now you're just grieving over it. But the thing is that you're not holding on to it like the way that you thought you would have. You've kind of given yourself a little bit more grace, and not only that, you are allowing yourself to feel the emotions, but you're not allowing it to destroy you in a sense. You're going with the flow of it every day, and you're taking it one day at a time, which is awesome. Not only that, even though you're going through it, you're not isolating yourself. You're still trying to get yourself out there. You're still trying to do your daily, still have like a daily routine. And that's the good thing. The only thing that I would say is to work on is that, yes, you went through something, and you don't have to get right back out there when it comes to the relationships. However, just because one relationship didn't work doesn't mean that another won't. I'd say still get out, still put clothes on. Not saying whether it was a bad relationship, whether it was a divorce or whatever the case may be, of course heal, but still, if friends invite you out, go out. It doesn't have to be every weekend. It doesn't have to be every day. It just needs to be where you are still putting yourself out there, because you are still that person. And you know what I'm trying to say. Man or woman, whatever it is that you choose to be today, you are still it. Okay, so never just set yourself on the bench just because you're going through a little something. No. At the end of the day, I know that you're healing and you wouldn't want to bring someone baggage. However, still go out and have a good time. Not every time that you go out has to be where you're looking for someone. It could just being you, enjoying the company of other people to keep you uplifted at the end of the day. You know? So that was my first interpretation of that first read. The second read is whether you felt like you had all of the things that you wanted in your life. And I don't mean in a relationship. I mean just mentally having it all together, and maybe some things didn't go right, whether it was work, whether it was whatever it was at that time. The work, not the work, but the what is it I'm trying to say? Maybe the Jesus, what am I trying to say? It's crazy. The path that you're trying to go down, when it comes to like your own business, or maybe you felt like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to get that. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And with you thinking that it's not gonna work, and you thinking so negatively about it, allowed you to go into that space, and it didn't work. You know, so I feel like with you doing that, you're kind of like, oh, well, why? I'm beating myself up about it because I thought mentally it wasn't going to work, and you were hard on yourself about it. And you thought in the beginning, like, you had the plan, you had this, you had that, you had the creative space, you had the backing of other people and the support and the love, but you yourself was you were bringing yourself down and talking yourself out of it, when in reality you shouldn't have been doing that. And that's where things just started to go downhill. And I feel like that stressed you out to a point where you just allowed yourself the idea, and whatever it was that you were wanting to do, allowed it to go to the wayside. And now what you're doing now is trying to recover, and you're trying to bounce back, and you will. It just will take more time, now that you are out of hermit mode, and now that you're not in that space of isolation and trying to figure out what your next best move is, you know. But now that you found your groove, and now that you're trying to make more space for creative ideas, because you felt like, and I still feel like the idea that you may have had, or the avenue that you were going down, whatever creative idea that you had, or business that you were trying to do, I feel like that's something that you still should do. You should still go after it. And if you can't go after it, then think of something else that you like to do at the end of the day. I feel like that's something else that you should do as well. Don't give up on any of your dreams. Whatever you chose to do, or if you want to do a podcast, whatever it is, it's going to happen. You just have to have that, you have to have the mentality that you can do anything you put your mind to, you know. And sometimes with Virgos, we are overthinkers, and we think a lot, and we end up overthinking ourselves right out of a great plan, or a great business plan, great business idea that we want to do, and we just end up just drowning it with negativity, than rather just going through with it. And we're so scared, and we're just like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't know how it's going to turn out. But how would we know if it's going to turn out that way if we don't even try? You know, that's with anything. And I feel like we do that a lot. We just don't follow through with it and actually see if it does or if it doesn't. What if it does at the end of the day? What if it does turn out to be something really good? You know? So I really feel like that's something that Virgo has experienced this month. And if you have, great. If you haven't, I'm hoping that you don't you don't experience that. You know? But those are my two different interpretations of this reading here. I keep getting the 2 of Wands, so it's a situation that you've already had. It's a situation that you made already, but you don't actually. It's not a situation that you made. It's a situation that you don't want to make. And I know sometimes us making certain situations, having to do that, we're just kind of like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to make that decision. I don't want to have to think about that. But it could be that also that you are having, trying to go on vacation, and you're just, things are not going right either on the vacation too. Because it says two of Swords is normally, not 2 of Swords, but 2 of Wands is normally a card of failed plans, or just plans that aren't going through, or travel plans, or it could be travel to someone that, you know, you're going there or they're coming to you, and there's issues with, you know, travel. Maybe right now is not the time for you to be traveling right now, Virgo. Because I also have the 3 of Wands too, which is traveling plans too. And it could be just do, it says the 6 of Cups too. So maybe someone might be coming back around. That might be, that's very insincere and that's sneaky. So I definitely keep your eyes open. Your eyes open. They're not sincere about anything, and they're not a generous person. They're all for self. So they're from the past as well. Could be a childhood friend or a childhood person that you've known for a very long time, whether it's family or a loved one or an old friend. It's someone that you've known for a very long time, that's trying to come back around you, that is very conniving and very sneaky. So please, please, they may come off as someone that isn't this way and may be wearing a mask. So I say definitely keep your eyes open, okay, Virgo? Continue to remain yourself, your sweet, soft self, okay? And don't allow them to take you out of your element, because they will definitely try and do that. Definitely, okay? Is there anything else that Virgo needs to know? Is there anything else that Virgo needs to know? Is there anything else Virgo needs to know so I can close out this reading? Anything else that Virgo needs to know? Anything else that Virgo needs to know? Anything else that Virgo needs to know? That card keeps coming up. I got the 5 of Wands, so maybe there was internal warfare within yourself, with whatever situation you're dealing with. And I'd say to give yourself grace at this time. Whatever it is, just give yourself grace. You don't need to overthink anymore. You don't need to try and figure out always a plan and any of that. Just allow it to be what it's going to be. Because the more that you give to negativity or a toxic relationship or something that no longer serves you, it makes things worse and worse and worse. So at this time, whatever it is that is affecting you at this time, whether it was a plan that failed or a business that failed or an idea that failed, whatever the case may be, whether it was a creative situation that was going to make you more money, where it came to wealth or either a relationship, allow it to just be what it's going to be at this time. But don't give up on it, is what I say. Don't give up on it, and just stop overthinking. If you're going to do it, do it. If not, let it go. But don't overthink on it, okay? Let it be. All right, Virgo, that is my reading for you for mid-January. If you like my reading, please give me a thumbs up, alrighty? Okay, I enjoyed giving you this reading. Again, if you like it, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments, please definitely comment below. And I look forward to seeing you in my next reading. All right, have a wonderful day. Peace.